So, guys, I know that I'm on YouTube and you're supposed to start every video like it's a shock or a headline. So, do not go anywhere, okay? Because we got the best part of today happening right now. And I'm going to be discussing who is my class for and who is not for. And Miss Reeves is also going to be discussing who's a good fit for her training and who is not. I'm gonna let you go first because I'll be rambling on a lot. So,
Okay.
Question: Who is
Yes.
training for? Who is it best for? And who is it just totally not for? Don't even think about it.
Who is it totally not for? The person who's not willing. The person who's not willing to admit the truth, acknowledge that they need this change, that they're not ready for change. They're combative, they're feisty. It's not for them. The person that's I'm going to use this bold word right now. The person that is a liar, meaning that you come and you say one thing, but that's not who you are. It's not for you. Um, it's not for them. They will know it's not for them. Um, who is it for? It's for the opposite of that. It's for the person who is willing to say, you know what, I listened. It's for the person who listens. And I listened. I heard what you said. I listened to everything what you were saying. As I heard what you were saying, I did not hear and listen to you with a resistance or this grudge or whatever, or this attitude, whether if it's for them, their personal self, or whether if it's for a parent, because that's also who it's for, that needs, that their child needs help, that their child needs a certain, level of understanding. Because again, it's not just the child, it's for that parent. It's for women, but it's not only for women. You may be a guy and you, however, got to our entrepreneurhood here today, like you need this information. And so you're willing to take those steps necessary to apply it for it to not go in vain. It's for you. It's for you that's gonna put the work in. It's for you that's not here. It's for the person that's not here to just take in all the work, say, you know what, I'll just hire you and you do it for me while you go off to do whatever you're going off to go and go do. You have to come in and be willing to put in the work, because that's how we build. I was not able to get to where I am now because I didn't build and I didn't put in the work. I had to put in the work. I studied, I researched, I did all what I need to do, that I can come and I can hand you this booklet, or I can hand you this book, right? And I can say, here, and then I can walk you through it and teach you how to do it, but you have to be willing to do it. You don't have to have all of the resources, whether if it's financial, which is one of the biggest things that shies a lot of people away, because this was my prototype book. And my prototype book, which I did back in 2020, this entire thing was not just by hand, but it literally was by hand. Okay. Where I sat there to learn, because I knew what the child needed, and how the child, meaning any child, needed to go. So I show that as an example of, again, it's not about those things. It's not, money is not your problem. It has to do with your faith. And that course itself is something that I teach to other women. But as I said, again, I teach it to men also, and they come back and they let me know the results that they receive once you apply it. Male, female, young, old. My son, he has his own following and everything he has going on, but he just said to me just here 2 days ago, he was like, you know what, I started applying the method that you taught me to do, and I'm already at this amount already. That was in 24 to 48 hours. It's about application. So if you're not, my thing is, you said, you touched on it before, like if you're not gonna, I'm not gonna say that way, don't come to fill out the application first if you know you're not going to be willing to actually do the application and be the application. That's my thing. That's because it's not for you. If you think it's just about filling out a piece of paper, if you think it's just about rolling with me, if you think that it's because I need you or whatever, or you got scam thoughts and stuff like that in your mind and stuff, then I'm just not for you. It's just not going to work. A parent said to me that, again, they had met a lot of people where it seemed affordable and the right thing to do, but then they learned that it wasn't effective. I'm effective. I'm effective. And so it's not just about telling me that you appreciate me, but it's that level of appreciation and knowing all what's brought to the table. It's about, this is how it was given to me, that God said it to me yesterday. Like, it's about valuing the value of the service. That's who it's for the one who values the value of the service. It's not about you valuing me. My value is going to forever be me, regardless of what. But it's a service that's given, and it's not for you to just come join the bandwagon. You got to understand and appreciate that value, and then be willing to be committed to the whole entire process, not wondering how much more longer do we have to go, but being committed to that in that sense. And that's who it's for.
Awesome. So if you are that kind of person who is committed to growth and self-driven, even though you'll have all the support, you still got to be self-driven, and you are of a positive faith that is not based on visuals, basically. Hold on.
Yep.
Hello? Who's calling? Oh, okay. So, okay, this is what I'm gonna do, as I'm still on. So I'll be on till 1:00. I'll call you. You fine. You fine. I'll call you back around 1:30 and we can discuss it. Okay. Awesome. You fine. You fine. All right. Awesome. Okay. So yes, sorry about that, guys. And y'all know I'm the only person who works in my business, so I don't have a receptionist. So if my phone ring and I don't know that number, I'm answering it, okay? Because I'm not scared it's a bill collector. I think it's somebody who wants to sign up, right? So, and it was, which is awesome. Okay. Bella, are you there? That was amazing. Where's my Bella? Where did you go? Okay. Oh, you want two devices?
I am.
Yes, you on over here and over here.
I don't know. They kicked me out. They're not going back in. I don't know.
Okay, let me take this. Oh wait, no, there you go.
Okay. All right, got it.
There we go. Hey guys, so I'm over here keep changing my logo in the background because I'm trying to see which one will
work.
Seen.
Right.
And this logo right here, most people don't even know. This is actually from a game idea that I had. My first product was Yanni's Retwist Wonder, and I created a whole game for it, and I never released the game. So that's one of my things I want to release after the big event that's going to happen this year. But anyway, what's my question?
Your question is the very same thing. Who are you for? Who's for you and who's not for you? Who is this for?
Okay,
who is it not for?
The class. We talking about our class. The class. Okay. Yes. All right. So let's talk about who the class is not for first. Okay.
Yes.
If you are an aspiring loctician who does not want to invest in yourself, it's not for you. If you somebody who think that you're going to watch what I do and then you're gonna know how to do it, not for you. And what I mean by that is that I have a lot of people like, I just need to see it once. I want y'all to know that I already showed it to y'all once on my YouTube channel.
Right.
Okay. So
if you ain't get it then.
Yeah. So don't come to me with that. Also, if you are somebody who wants to blend what I say, like oh, I learned such and such from this person, and then I learned this from you. And so, now I'm gonna take what I learned from both of y'all, and I don't want you. I don't want students like that, because the difference with my stuff is that it's proven. It's tried and true. It's stuff that if it didn't work, I would have stopped using it immediately. And so I don't mix my classic real information with trendy BS. Okay. So if you're one of those, I'm not messing with that. So let's talk about who the class is for.
Okay.
First of all, I'm going to talk about the beginners. All right. Let's say if you're a beginner, right? I have a class for you called the Lock Legends Masterclass, right? Why is that for beginners? It's for beginners because it takes a beginner from 0 to 60 in literally 90 days or less. It's for beginners who are self-motivated, right? It's for beginners who are not allowing their fear of other people's talking. Like if you that type of person that you're worrying about what other people say or what they tell you, or if you rather let them, this is not going to be for you, because the training is literally for locticians who want to become, I'm sorry, it's for beginners who want to become expert locticians. So this is not for a person who want to do locks on the side. It's not for the person who want to learn a few styles. It's not that with my beginners. I only want to work with beginners who are ready to take their career seriously and make a monumental change. So if you know that's not you just want to learn how to do your kids' hair and all of that stuff, the class is not for you. If you are somebody who wants to take this serious, create a business out of it, and you are ready for that switch, because I've had people tell me, oh, I'm ready. And then when they told their husband that it was time to quit the job, the husband said no, and they decided not to quit that job. Right? I don't want you. Okay? Now, if you are a type of person who's sick of your job, you're sick of your current situation, and you want that change, you want to be your own boss, and you are self-motivated, and you can invest in yourself, then yes, I want you as a beginner. Okay? Now, let's go to the next one, because I have, that's for beginners, Barbers, y'all could be beginners. You're not a beginner stylist, but you might be a beginner at doing locks. So yeah, I want y'all. Now let's talk about the next course. It's going to be the lock styling boot camp. Okay, the lock styling courses that I offer. Let's talk about who I want in those courses and who the course is not for. If you're somebody who thinks that you're going to learn a whole 20 years worth of lessons in a one-day class, that's not for you. Okay. If you somebody who can't show up on time, not for you. Okay. And I want to stress that show up on time, because every time I do a lock styling boot camp, there's somebody who decides to stroll their ass in there, after it's been going on for an hour. And I want y'all to know that the gems I drop in that first 30 minutes of class before we even touch any hair, that's the whole value of the class right there. Because what's going to happen is, especially in a one-day workshop, you're probably going to forget most of the styles that we go over. So what you want to do is make sure that you're there for the stuff that you could take notes for, the monumental mentoring talk that I do. So lock styling course, those two I really don't have a lot of. It's not for use, because y'all come one day, then you get the hell out my face. So if you're one of those type of people that is not for, you just won't be able to have access to me afterwards, but you could take that course. It's basically for everybody. And then there's the last course that I have, which is Hair Legacy. Hair Legacy is for hairstylists that are tired of doing hair, or you're either tired of doing hair, or you know in your heart that you can't do it forever, and you need to start setting up some other streams of income while you have all of these clients. Okay, that's who that class is for. So what did I do in Hair Legacy? You're going to learn how to create online courses. You're going to learn how to start a tribe, which is basically what I call my followers, my tribe, because they go by what I say. Like, we have our own traditions here. We know we don't detox, we don't this. That's our tribe traditions. So I teach them how to do that. I teach them how to start that from scratch. I teach them how to build a community, how to do a subscription, how to do things that are going to keep the money coming, how to start a product line. Those what's included in that. Who is that class not for? It's not for you if you booked and busy. Let me say that. The reason why is because most booked and busy people, y'all think that y'all job and doing hair is the end all be all. And y'all don't have time to change anything. So I don't want you in this class, because you're not going to listen. Okay. You're not going to do the work, and you're going to be wasting my time. The other people I don't want in any of my classes is people who think that this is a virtual class, so I'm not going to be held accountable. If you do that, you need to get videos. I have videos, I have courses that you can get on video. Now, if you don't want me to hold you accountable, get one of those. But if you in my class, you need to understand there's going to be homework and you're going to be held accountable. We're going to fix a scalp. Okay? I'm not going to talk about it. We're going to do it. Okay? You're going to do the fishtail. You're going to do the styles that you couldn't do. So what happens in my class is you have to be a doer. You have to understand that I don't care to show it to you. I want to see you show it to me. Okay, this is why my classes are so successful and why my success rate is so high with my graduates, because they're not being shown stuff all day. You're gonna get shown a few times, then you got to show me. So if you are somebody who's too shy, if you somebody who comparing yourself to me, like, oh, I can't do it in front of Yanni, and don't come. I'm straight up telling you, don't. If you somebody who makes excuses, after I just graduated hair school after 3 years, right? As a teenage mother on welfare, right? Baby daddy wasn't helping out. I had all the excuses to be a bum. All the excuses, nothing. I grew up in the hood. My parents divorced early. If you the type of person who uses any of these excuses, I want you to understand me and you're not even gonna get along in the class. Like you ain't even gonna like me. So you're not gonna want to get in my class. So my class took Marion from being at the post office. Her whole life working, her adult life was working in the post office, fast food, all of that stuff. She walked away from that and went to her own business. Now, what she couldn't have used was excuses. It was during COVID. So I want y'all to get that. This is why I don't accept excuses from my students, because we did way better in way worse situations than what you got to deal with. So I'm like that drill sergeant who get punched in the face 50 times and then somebody mush you and you like, oh, they're bothering me. And I'm like, girl, that wasn't nothing.
Right.
But yes, I want, that is what's going on in the class. You're going to hit so many milestones and do so many things that you didn't think that you could do, that I can't have excuse makers, because that's what you're going to become, the excuse maker. Like I will label you that in the class. You will be the one who don't have your homework. You will be the one who, oh, my model canceled. Oh, this happened, that happened. Like I don't have time for that shit. When we in this class, and here go the other person who definitely don't want to train with me. If you don't have my money, okay, I don't give a damn. Like my friend, she's still with y'all if y'all don't have the money. I'm not. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why I'm not, because I found that people that pay attention. Okay, people that take shit serious and understand the value of stuff, they want to pay for it, because who wants to get $100,000 worth of value and don't give back to the person who gave it to them? When I start saying this $100,000 course, that's why I'm charging you $5,000, because I'm gonna help you make $100,000. If you looking at my 5 and not your 95, don't come here. Okay, period. So I need y'all to understand that what I'm doing is not cheap. Okay. Even the free shit ain't cheap. And the reason why it's not cheap is because it gets you money. I have had people become an expert in a day. You learn how to retwist today. How valuable is it to learn how to retwist today? How valuable is it that the last time you did your client here, they ain't like it, but this time they was like, oh my God, girl, what'd you do? Yes, that is what I'm selling. That's what I'm teaching. So I'm not teaching you how to do styles. Anybody can teach you how to do that. It'd probably be raggedy and tight. But what I'm actually teaching you is how to be an expert, how to make the clients like what you do. A lot of these stylists out here, they teach y'all how to do styles and compete with each other. What we do is teach you how to be there for the clients, which is your whole business. Okay. So yes, guys, if you would like to attend or just even get a little taste of what we doing here, the Yanni Red, you know what I'm saying? You want to even get a taste of it without doing a class. You might say, you know what? I don't have the big investment, but I want to invest in something because I like this lady, right? I want you to go on Amazon, find Yanni Thompson, my page up there. I got 4 books on Amazon. So it's really 3 books, but one of them got a different title. So there is The Art of Retwist, the 30-minute method. If you would like to join me in a free training, what you could do is get the Art of Retwist 30-minute method on Amazon, okay? And then let me know you got it. You can tap in here, or y'all know my phone number is always public, 862-241-2075, right? And you get that book, you follow the instructions, and you join the retwist training absolutely free. Our goal in that is to get you retwisting in 30 minutes or less. Might take you a little bit longer at first, but I'm going to tell you why we're doing that. We're doing that because the clients don't care whether you interlock or crochet or palm row, right? They don't care. What they want is a lasting hairstyle. All those words, interlock, this, and that came from them not getting what they wanted and then having to go and search for whatever that was supposed to be. And they found those names, and they found people talking about how long stuff lasts. So now they want all of these things. I'm here to tell you from experience of my over 20 years in the business. So I've been licensed since 1998. Let's talk about that for 1 second. So when I say my over 20 years in the business, I mean over 25. Okay, I mean almost 30 years in the business. I'm telling you that the clients never wanted the trendy stuff. When I be asking them, you know, what you want? You want that? And they like, I just want my hair to last. Okay, well, I'm gonna do what I want because my stuff lasts. So if you want that for your career, not the trendy, and I want y'all to get this, the trendy will have people not messing with you. Because when they find out that the trending stuff makes their hair fall out and you was all adamant about it because it was trending. The other thing I want you to do is you come to me if you somebody who like doing your own research. Because even though I could rule with the iron fist and be a dictator and tell you, no, this is how you going to do this, I also show you how to get to the conclusion that I came to. And this is why people start understanding I'm not just making up shit here. I'm teaching you the real deal. So if you're a type of person who likes real deal, the other person who this is not for, if you don't like profanity, this is not for you. One of those people who don't want to hear any profanity, this is not for you. And I'm not using profanity because I'm being ghetto. Okay? I use it as a motivator. You understand? I use it to let you know that this is not a joke. This is not a game. We're not fucking playing in here. So if you somebody who want to play on people's head, okay, you somebody who want to be like, oh, they're not drinking enough water. That's why their hair is dry. Not for you, okay? If you somebody who blaming the client when their hair is messed up, not for you. If you somebody who didn't check on your client after you sent them out of there with a dry head, not for you. Okay, so if you somebody who want to be held accountable because you want to know this stuff, and the reason why I'm telling y'all this is because I've had these people in my class. They are the people who need a refund. They need a refund after they get in class. Why? Because the class was, oh, I didn't like it. But honestly, all that's going on in there is that we are training, and I'm not playing with y'all when we train. Okay, I'm not playing with y'all. If it's not perfect, I'm gonna ask you to do it over. I get a lot of people like, well, it's good enough for me. Okay, well, you got to go. Okay, so I want y'all to get that. The class is not for anybody who want to live below my standards on styling. Okay, you want to be perfect styles, excellent hair care, this class is for you. If you think you're gonna get it told to you, though, that's what's not gonna happen. You're going to have to do the work to find the answers as well. And the reason why I do that is because this way, if you're one of those people who like, oh, I'm going to mix what she said with this person said, that let me know that you just taking information. You don't know what the hell. Anybody can say anything. Just because they have some information, you're going to put a little bit of that in there. But when you do it in my process, you tend to do the things I do because now you see how we got here. You see that locksmithing is stupid using this much of your hand. Right? This is dumb. I'm gonna be on somebody's head like this. Stupid when I done. Like, okay, you're gonna see why that is. So what they got y'all thinking that the clients want all of this crap is really stylists just competing with each other and trying to stay relevant. However, I've been up here on YouTube since 2011. Okay, I've been to Atlanta, I've been to New Jersey, I lived in both places. No matter how long I stay gone, I still got clients when I return. And y'all motherfuckers can't even get a client to stay past 2 appointments and you ain't even went no damn where. Okay. My client Kashif, he had the basket weavings here for 9 months. Why? Because for him to get his hair done by somebody else and it lasts a week, he could have just left my style in there for the 9 months. You understand what type of expertise I'm working with here, okay? The other part of the expertise I want y'all to get to, who the class is not for people that have a closed mind, okay? I want you to get that. My shit is so futuristic how I be teaching y'all. Like, literally the way I help people grasp concepts is so different from everything that they've already been taught. Like when we go over styles, the first thing that most people think I'm gonna do in the class is start styling here. The first thing I do is go over the alphabet, right? Why do we do that? We do that because all techniques go back to the alphabet. The barrels are O's. You wrap them in a circle, O's, right? The basket weave is X's. That's what it is, a bunch of X's, right? The Z stitch is a Z shape. If you turn it to the side, it's a W. So we go over that part first. So you have the fundamentals and the instructions, and then we get into the styling part, because I truly believe that you have to have the instructions to know how to do something. So your hand-eye coordination. Y'all ain't heard no lock teacher talk about hand-eye coordination. Okay.
Sure.
Now, the reason why I'm talking about hand-eye coordination when you do hair is because you might think you know how to get that style done in your head, but then your hands just, we don't know what they
line up.
Yeah, like they like, I thought we was on the right track. So I'm gonna make sure you have that part done first, then you do the hair. And this is why my students are winning. This is why my students can do hair shows and beat that competition. This is why my students don't never ever take another lock class most of the time, unless it's the sister lock class, which most of them take that class. I'm not even gonna say anything bad about sister locks, but what I will say is that you can make that money doing traditional locks and be done way faster and be done with your day. So anyway, yes, that's who the class is for. If you somebody who want to succeed in the lock business with integrity, and you want your clients to like you because you actually take care of their hair, the reason why y'all there, not because you cute, not because you got a fat ass. I've seen a lot of y'all women, y'all whole thing is she got a nice body, so she got all these men in her chair, and you fucking their hair up. Now, usually when I come across that, I love those because y'all already be charging them a lot of money, you know, but I keep my clothes on and keep it professional, and their hair be feeling good when they get done. Now, all I got to do is raise the price from what they did already, what they used to. You see what I'm saying? And I could bash that all day. Oh, that's why she wasn't even trying to do your hair. All she's doing trying to look cute, right? She's trying to get fucked. She didn't want to do no hair. Like, literally, I want y'all to get who this business is for, okay? The other person it's not for is the person who cannot make a move without their employee-minded circle that they're in, okay? And why am I saying that? Because a lot of the stuff that you're going to hear in my class is going to be the total opposite of what you're going to hear in your circle, okay? What do I mean by that? We're going to be happy you quit your job immediately. We're going to be like, oh my God, congratulations. When you get home and say that, what they going to say? Panic. You crazy. What you do? So if you this type of person who, when you get home, you gotta hear that and let it sink in and start changing your mind about your purchase, then I want y'all to do not come over here wasting my damn time. If you know you're not ready for entrepreneurship, do not waste my time. Why don't I give classes to parents, right? Why do I want to talk to you before you get in my classes? I want to make sure this is a good fit. I don't do parent classes. I'm not doing a class for the mom who wants to learn how to do her kids hair. You know why? Because I want all my money. The other reason why I'm not doing that class is because that mom is going to become an entrepreneur by default, and I'm not going to get paid for my contribution to that. I need to get paid for my contributions. I need y'all to understand the free part of me, it lives on YouTube in those videos, okay? When we come time to start training, I'm holding you accountable. I'm making sure your styles is perfect. I'm making sure your styles are not tight. I'm making sure that that scalp is pH balanced. I'm making sure you know how to get rid of dandruff without using vinegar, okay? I'm making sure you know how to get $300 or $400 an appointment if that's what you want. That's the type of class you're going to get in with me. This is going to be exactly like school. I'm be expecting you to be an adult in these situations. Why do I have to say this stuff? Because I have done this class for so many years. I get people that are children trying to be adults in the situation. Okay, I get to the point where I got to start yelling. I know damn well you've seen the picture that I showed you, and that don't look nothing like the picture. I'm not about to play with you. I will have to get on some of my women like that. And don't get me wrong, they need it, but I don't feel like it. I don't want to go through that. So if you got me going through that, you're going to get put on the side. I'm telling you now, this is a class for movers and shakers. It's a class for people that like rapid change, because I'm not going to get on here and play about my retwist. It's going to be perfect when you get off. I don't care if you didn't know how to retwist at all. So if you're ready for, I didn't even know how to retwist yesterday, but now I know how to retwist better than half of the state. That's the people that I'm looking for. That people, those people, the ones who can get change and accept that it happened so darn fast that was magical, right? Because what usually happens is you'll get a person, they dealing with confidence issues. Even if they got the skill now, guess what? They cannot execute because they're not confident. So if you're dealing with confidence issues, I only want you if you're ready to get rid of them confidence issues. If you want to use them as a crutch, do not come and enroll in my class, okay? So I'm going to sum it up. If you are an independent thinker, if you find with leaving your job so that you can go to your greatness, okay? If you are someone who is a helper, if you think outside the box, if you want to create change in your community, because what we do creates self-esteem. You understand what I'm saying? In these young men, it creates changes in them. If you're ready to see those kinds of things, then you come and get in class with me. But if you're ready to just learn 2 styles, that's a video. Okay, that's a video. And it better be my video. You probably ain't learning it right. But yes, with that said, guys, if you are that type of person, plus you got my down payment, this is what I need y'all to understand. I always reward the people who call with money, okay? So if you calling me like, oh, I just want to inquire, wait till you get some money for the down payment, okay?
You're telling them to wait. Tell them, like, yeah, you need to just wait.
Get my money together. Get my money out.
Go do whatever you gotta go do. Yeah,
whatever. And not only that, because they literally be able to make the money back immediately, like immediately.
You
like
know, let me chime in a minute. They gonna call it multitasking, but that's just where I be at. But like, because people love to do that, and it's not just about that they're gonna make the money back and make it back easy. That's great, right? You're gonna make your money back. You're gonna make it back easy. Here's the thing, but then you're not willing to put it out there, but you'll be willing to go put it out for everything else. And it's like, you know what? Go make up your mind. I don't know how long you're gonna have, because I'm not even giving you time on that. Go make up your mind and go do that, and then go. Because like you said, I have things in place that you can just get it like that, but you don't get me. And and that's the part that you're going to really need, no matter how you try to do it, no matter how you try to avoid it. I just had to tap on that and touch on it, because again, a lot of people do that, and then they're going to every type of concert. They're going to they're taking care of mortgage pay. They're doing all what they're doing, and you're just there like it doesn't work. And then when everything else fails, then they coming back to you, where guess what? Where their money was already sitting there and already waiting for. So I just wanted to just high five you and just be like, yeah, I'm right there with you. Done co-sign.
Yeah, have my money. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, no, seriously. And because it's a business at the end of the day. If you somebody who understand that business means you're going to pay for what you get, and we not personally going, because I don't like my students. Like, a lot of people be like, oh, you made friends. And when I say I don't like them, I don't mean I dislike them. I mean that's not how I look at them. Like, you somebody that I like. You somebody that I'm helping. You somebody that I'm bringing through a transformation. It's like your personal trainer. He don't give a damn about your feelings when he's saying, get down on the ground and finish them sit-ups. That's the same way I'm going to be. Because your fear is who's talking to the personal trainer. Your old self is talking to the personal trainer. Your new self is like, hell yeah, let's get through these sit-ups. And so, yeah, I want those people that understand this is a transformational class, is a transformational course. It's not a styling class. Like a lot of people get in my class, like, I thought we was just going to learn styles. And they find themselves learning how to build a funnel, how to get clients, how to get high ticket clients, how to go up on your prices, how to do hair care, how to get rid of cradle cap, how to wash hair without vinegar, how to make products. Like, it's so many things that they get out of the course that it's like, that's why I want my money, because I'm not playing around with you. I'm not giving it to you slow. I'm giving it to you at the teacher who's been teaching the same thing since 1998 speed. Okay, so my 30 years in the game, I got ways to teach people this. Like, I be in their head. Even with Ray Shai, I always bring Ray Shai up because Ray Shai helped me to show people that the way I teach is the real way to learn. Like, a lot of people come and they be like, oh, I don't learn good like that. And I'm just like, what?
How?
What?
How?
What? Okay.
Yeah.
So, and he thought that he wouldn't learn good in a virtual class. He didn't understand what was going to be hands-on. What's the hands-on part? And so for me, my understanding is a little bit different. My understanding is that any hair you do is you doing hands-on. Okay, whether you in class or not, you doing hands-on. You work in a shop, you did here today, you did hands-on. So if I was to send you into that hands-on with the correct information, that's all that's needed. He showed that. I gave him the instructions on the Z-stitch. I didn't show it to him. I didn't get him the video. I didn't give him anything but some instructions. I said, write this down. Okay. He wanted to do the Z-stitch, but he didn't have a model. And class was basically over when he got in because he had just started working at one of the shops who I was teaching the locticians at that shop. And I'm a No Child Left Behind. We went to Camden Middle. We did No Child Left Behind. So when Ray Shai got in there and he wanted to know the Z-stitch, class was over, he didn't have a model, I simply asked him, can you follow instructions? He said yes. I gave him the instructions to do the style. I said, just try this on your next client. He set it up for the next day, and then he sent me back that picture of that style perfectly done, right? And I still got my money though, because again, my goal is to teach it to them. With an open mind, you can get it done a lot faster than the typical stuff, you know? And so, yes, that's who the class is for. Open-minded people that's going to listen, okay? If you one of those, when you be like, what conditioner do you use, right? They'll be like, what shampoo you use? And I say, silicone mix. And they'll be like, what you think about Design Essentials? If you that type of person, it's not for you either. Because I don't think about essentials. I don't think about any brand that I did not name. For one, because I've been doing hair too long. I don't try all of these products. I'm not a trendy stylist. I'm a what works type of stylist. So guys, I hope that gave you an idea, and make sure you got my money, okay? I want to stress that because I'm going to make sure you got yours.
Right.
You see?
You already made sure, but you've already made sure though. It's already been taken care of. So
yeah.
Again.
I'm going to make sure you get yours. Right. Exactly.
That's right.
And I'm posting this week all of the wins from the Dream Clients book in the class. Dream Clients went from $80 to booking something for $275 next time. A $200 overage, right? This same client came in paying $80, asked to pay more. How did we do it? That's all what's going on in the class, y'all. Y'all got to come on over there and, you know, like I said, have my damn money first. If that offends you that I said have my money, guess what? You one of the people that the class is not for. So, with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching us just ramble on about nothing and so much at the same time. We got to get out of here. Thank you so much, Miss Reeves, for joining us. And we are on the fight to end child illiteracy and basically illiteracy for all people. We want everybody to know how to read and communicate. And we also want the lock community to have professional hairstylists just like every other type of hair. Okay. So those are our missions definitely on, and we definitely want some movers and shakers. So if you are a parent who wants to get involved with Mrs. Reeves' online school, either get your kid enrolled or actually help to teach children and adults alike to read, I want you to give them that information. Ms. Reeves, how would they get in touch with you?
They can simply just send an email to learnwithbellagrace@gmail.com. So just learnwithbellagrace@gmail.com. They send an email right there. I'm gonna use your phrase right now. If they got the money, my money, then they can text 571-306-2624, and they can send a text right there, and we could just go ahead and get started. Because when you're ready to go, you're ready to go. But if not, send me an email, and then we could just take the next step from there.
Awesome. So she still has something for people that are not ready financially to join, as do I. If you want to get in touch with me, of course, y'all know I always drop my phone number in the comments. Call me on the phone, 862-241-2075. That's the quickest way to get in class, because even if you had the money, if I don't like your spirit or I sense those,
you're not getting in. That's ditto. You're not getting it like that. No.
Yeah. And so we work with integrity, and I also protect these students that I have already. So if you one of them naysayers who I feel like would
you're not
the
coming
bad
in that
apple that
space.
spoils my bunch, I definitely don't put them in. But yes, if you want to get involved, you can just text that phone number or even just call me. I'm super down to earth. I will talk to you about your business goals. Now that I'll do for free. We could talk about your business goals. We could talk about
do that one for free.
You know, the reason why I do that one for free is because most of the time they don't know how to get to the business goal anyway. And so this allows them to, for me, first of all, it allows me to understand if I could really help them or not. Mm-hmm. Are your goals big enough for Yanni? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like their goals got to be big enough to get in my class. Like I said, if you just want to learn a style, that's a video. But if you got a big goal, like opening a business, creating generational wealth, leaving your job, like those are the classes that I'm doing and succeeding at. So yes, that emails, y'all don't have to email me, only because I really don't check my email for that kind of stuff. It's better to just text me. Or another thing that you guys can do is go to YaniRed.thinkific, like think and terrific, think ific.com, and you can make a free account on there. I have some free trainings on there that you can actually access, and that'll let me know that you have joined my online school, and you'll get a phone call anyway after you do that. So 2 ways to join. One is just call me, 862-241-2075. The other one's go to my online school, make your free account, and then you'll get a phone call from me anyway, because I got to see what the hell you want. I know. But thank you guys so much for joining us. This is our Ramble On. We calling it Journeys. And the reason why I love that title is because y'all going to see over the next few weeks that
the journey
started out like this, and now we actually organize. We got some other stuff going on. But yes, and I love to show the process from the beginning of when you're nobody, even though y'all like, she ain't nobody, girl. So yes,
what you think.
From nobody to the growth period. Just understanding that is a growth period, and it is accessible for every single person who will think for themselves. Okay. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much, Ms. Reeves. I love you. I love doing this with you. I will talk to you later. Hopefully you guys got some gems out of our conversation. And if y'all got any questions, please put them in the chat so that we can answer those questions when we come back. When will we be back? When will we be back?
Well, it seemed like today worked, right? So let's try again next Wednesday.
Awesome. Okay. That's what we'll do.
We'll put it for that.
So I'll see you guys next Wednesday at 9. We're going to ramble on from 9 to 1. Okay. Don't catch us live. Definitely catch the replays. And with that being said, please. And we're going to stop the stream right here. Let's stop it. It didn't stop yet. Okay. Wait, there it is. Okay.
Yep, there you go.
All right.
That was good.
Yes, awesome. And so right now,